Hey guys, so today we have another unboxing from Prodirect. Let's go ahead and open this really quick. Be careful, I don't want to fuck up the box. Even though the box, like, the way that they ship these is they're kind of using the box that comes with the shoes, which is a little upsetting because the box gets squished, gets deformed, and then they're like, they use, the way they do inventory is like they put stickers on the box, which also makes it bad. But let's just run through what I'm talking about here. So basically, the way they ship you the shoes, the pair of cleats, is that they'll ship the boots in just like a bag. So then most of the structure is coming from the shoe box, the cleat box, the boot box. And when you get the box, it's like mangled. And it just kind of sucks because as a collector, or as someone who kind of wants to keep the box and keep the boot bag and keep the boots for a long time, the box is kind of important to a degree. They also, I've noticed that they inventory their inventory, I guess, to be, not to be redundant, but, and they'll sticker the box. And it's like, I don't know if they can't like enter the UPC from Nike into the system, or they gotta put their own UPC, but UPC logo. But anyway, so here's the here are the shoes themselves. The Nike Mercurial Vapor Regen. Let's see what it says officially here on the box. It says, yeah, Nike Mercurial Vapor 1 Regen Special Edition FG, shock orange and white, and an 8.5 US. So that's what the boot looks like. Now I don't have an OG to show you like comparisons with. They're definitely not as bright as I thought they were going to be. Not that that's a bad thing. I just thought they were going to be brighter. And then this is the boot bag. I remember that OG like Nike logo triangle looking thing, especially during the like Jogo Bonito era, with Eric Cantona and all that. I remember this. Yeah, I mean, look at the box, dude. Like, the box is beat. Look at this. That's insane, man. Anyway, so that's Prodirect. That's how they ship their stuff. And these are the boots. There's like a, I don't know if it comes across on camera, but there's like a gold shimmer to the boots. I don't know if you can really see it. It's almost like a gold flake or something. Let's do a close up here. Yeah, so if you could see that, there's like a gold shimmer all around the boot. These come with the Zoom Air unit that your like new Vapors come with, and this is the insole. So it says, what does it say here? Created to the, oh, why is it not focusing? Come on. Created to the exact specifications of Cristiano Ronaldo. It's got 14/08/2002, which I suspect is like the date of his debut. It's got an external heel counter. The current gen Vapors, they don't have a heel counter, so this is probably glued on after the fact. It's not like in the fabrication of the shoe, but it's whatever. The material is kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like a Vapor 7 without as much padding, and I'll explain what I mean here in a second. So this is an old Vapor 7 from back in the day, with the fiberglass sole plate, which I really like, and a stud pattern that I really like. And the material is kind of similar, but without the padding. So if it was just similar but thinner, not as thin as like a Vapor 10 or 9, but it kind of has that feeling to it, almost like a faux leather feeling, but I suspect they'll probably get softer with use. But yeah, man, these are pretty cool, pretty nice. Let's see what it looks like with the tongue flipped. So you can either rock them with the folded tongue or without, just like that. I know J Mike from Unisport was kind of complaining about the heel area, how it was like too wide or too big or whatever, and he kind of wanted the racers like extra loophole, kind of like a runner's shoe or whatever. I mean, I think it's fine. I think if you, he's also like a size 7 in a US 7 or something, so he's got like a really tiny foot. So I think that don't let that kind of like sway you from like buying this or like getting a pair, because it's not gonna, you know, make or break the shoe, in my opinion. If you are like a 8.5, 9, 10, you know, it's not like this is gonna make or break it. I mean, let's see if I can pull up a old Superfly. Here we have an old Superfly 2, Safari Superfly 2, and with the carbon fiber sole plate. And the heel area is kind of similar. It might be a little thinner because it was squished in the way I was storing it, but it's kind of the same. As you can see, it's like collapsed right here. But if I were to put the tongue up, it's a very similar widths, man. Like, I wouldn't complain too much about this. Maybe it's just a J Mike thing. Actually, I also have a Superfly 2 release colorway. That's the release because they don't have the supported back studs, and these aren't broken in. These were just worn like for like a sesh or two, and this is more locked down, but after you kind of wear it, it expands. So I think it's fine. You're not gonna have like that blister. I don't know if he's looking for blisters. Shout out J Mike though, he's an OG, and grew up watching him. But I think this was, you know, if this would have been tighter and thinner, like, we would have all been complaining, oh, you know, blisters here under the ankle ball, blisters here in the Achilles heel, and things like that. So I think that all in all, it's fine. I really like the colorway. I also got the Cinder ones. I'll make a separate video on that. But yeah, man, really nice pair of boots. And the folded tongue action is a really nice touch. This is what it looks like. I mean, you can rock it without, which looks really good too, I'm not gonna lie. It's got the vapor unit. Here, let's see if we can take out a sole here. So we can check out the vapor unit. The air unit. I don't know why I keep calling it vapor unit. It's an air unit. I really appreciate not having the air logo here. I think it's a much cleaner Mercurial without that. I know the new ones kind of have that big ass air fucking logo thing, which I don't really enjoy. But yeah, man. So yeah, here's your air zoom unit. Here's the insole. It's part of like the Vapor Origins, CR7 Origins kind of line. He didn't necessarily he wasn't the face of Mercurial at this time. But we don't want to really get into that. A lot of those players are retired, so he's kind of the only one left from that generation. But yeah, man, what an amazing shoe. What an amazing shoe. But yeah, that's been this video. If you enjoy it, subscribe. Lots of soccer content coming soon. And probably show, you know, some, I'll probably show like some collection. I'll do like a collection video or whatever later. But yeah, subscribe and peace.